Hello, welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to be working on this cheeky little fox that is he's smiling his way through life, and he's coming towards us. He's got a cheeky smile on his face, and you're going to have to excuse, we've got a bit of background noise today. The neighbour's doing something in his garden anyway, so here lots of buzzing. That's what that is, so I can't do anything about that. Now all my brushes that I'll be using will be on my website, so that's where to find them. So first of all, this box, I've got my outline, and I'm going to add some colours. I'm going to mix a little bit of yellow for the lightest, well, for the light there is going to be the white. I'm going to have a little bit of orange there. A little bit of orange there. Right, so I'm going to use this yellow just to put a few little highlights, different little places here, and just enough for a blend of this orange, just to run into it. I don't want to cover it with it, I want to let those two colours run into each other. Now I'm covering his eyes, this part of it up, this part of the top of his snout there, but a bit yellow. I'm going to add a bit of red to this orange, because I want it to be really warm. Got a bit too mad there with the red, so bring it back down with a bit of yellow, and bring this over. I'm using it's like a squirrel hair brush. This, it's Kolinsky. I can't pronounce it that. Anyway, I'll put this brush on my website. Just add a few around here, and we'll do a bit of a negative painting into this white part, and scoop up, because that needs to be pointed in there, so we'll lift our brush as we're coming out there. So if we go that way, it's going to be a little bit flatter sometimes, so if we go up that way, it's a bit pointier at this end. Right, now then, let's get a little bit of this colour here. Let's mix these colours together now. A little bit of orange and a little bit of yellow. Let's just get these colours together now. Trying to keep these colours wet if I can. And a bit of that colour there. Use a bit of burnt sienna now, a bit of burnt sienna over there to make it a little browner. Right. I'm going to add some dark colour here now. I'm going to use a bit of this bitume, or you can use Van Dyke brown if you want, and mix it with a bit of this Vanessa Drum burnt orange for this area down here. Let's bring it further down, make it a little bit darker now. Try and make it all one shape. These legs running together. That little sticky out bit there. Now we've got some dark colour here and quite strong pigment, so we can use that as it's still, while it's still on the damp side. Just a little blob there really. That'll do the job for us, eh? It's starting to dry now here. We've got to be careful. I don't want any harsh edges at this point. So I'm going to just dampen that area here. And now I'll lift out some of these beads. Now use a smaller brush now in the same range. I'll use this Quinacridone burnt orange. And we'll start to play with this area in his mouth, just to define the face shape at the moment. Leave a little spot, a little white spot there for one of his little fangs. Now then, I need to be careful around this tongue because I still want to define the tongue, and at the back I don't want it to look so bright at the back, so I'm going to have to soften this here and that's a bit of red with that colour. I want to lift some of that off so there's a highlight coming through here. So I'm just going to lift some of that colour off. Alright, and I'll just intensify that colour up there a little bit. soften that. Just soften that edge with a bit of clean water. And I'm going to soften that bit as well. And that. I'm going to let that dry for a bit. Come back, I'm just going to have a look at these eyes now on this little fella. What an orangey colour, quite a dark colour. Now I'm just going to try and make this area just a couple of shades lighter than it is at the moment. We need a bit more water in there. Just to give it a little bit of texture at that area. There's that over there with a bit of clean water. Just making some little loose marks around this side of the fox's head, and I'm going to put it in his eyes there. Just building up these little layers now. That's all these are, little layers to be built up. Building up the layers, and then you don't go too drastic then, too quickly. If you just built a very light layer and you think it doesn't look quite right, you can just improve on that then, can't you? And just put a bit of dark part in here. And you know, I think we're going to do that nose. We're going to put that nose colour in, or one shade of it anyway. I think we need a bit of Payne's Grey for that. Oh, that's neutral. This is Payne's Grey. And we just bring this down. I'm going to add a little bit of water at the one side in a bit, just to lighten it at one area. Right, I'm going to add a little bit of water to this side and lift out a little bit of pigment here. A little water underneath there. Lift out the pigment there. It's like a big U shape there. And just under there, where the light is just catching the side of the inside of that nostril. Just there. And because this is it's not a synthetic brush, it's a little floppier than the brush that I normally use, the perler. But you can put your little shapes onto this. Now we need a bit of a cooler colour to this. And I'll put a cooler colour over here. Now we're not getting all soft blends like an oil painting. This is a watercolour, so it should have harsh edges and soft edges and bits of looseness. We don't want to go too correct. No, we don't want this fox to be a photograph. It needs to be a little bit grubby in places, which is the beauty of watercolour. There we go. And we'll have a couple of little strands over there like that. And we'll just add a little extra layer of shade there. And now that's quite dry, I'm going to get my very, very fine brush. Let's see if that is ready for that. Just soften that bit. Just under there, like that. And the inside of this part here. There we go, that's the inside of his little nozzer. There, and inside these eyes I want to make it a little bit darker. That one. And that one there. Now, just shaping the inside of this mouth now. Just shaping this with a real dark colour. I'm going to blend that colour in with this little brush. Blend that together here. There we go. Don't want to make it too fangy because it looks scary then. So shorten that tooth a little bit. Make him look a bit cheeky. And bring that around there. I think that'll be fine for the mouth for the time being. So the next thing I'm going to do is use a stiffer brush, and I'm going to put some detail in this coat of his around here. This is a pearl brush. There's more control to that. Some people might prefer that, but I actually like to mix the both. You know, so you get a like a floppier brush. mixing it along with a brush with more direct and firm strokes. There we go. And the inside of his ear. And I'm going to have a dark area. Right, I think we're going to let this dry for a second, then we'll come back. So now that's all touch dry. Now we can go in with a I'm going to go in with a floppy brush. Going to make a mixture of this dark brown and a bit of red. And let's start on one side. And just little areas, deep in those areas now. Good thing about these brushes, you can roll them out to the shape that you want them. See, this is a nice pointy one now. And we'll just start adding a few extra details now to this side. And just over the top of that knee. There we go. On the side of that knee there, because that's going to be more in shadow. A bit of this dark colour to there. Alright, now we'll do that other part. Same colour all the way through here now. We just mixed in this colour here, what I've just made up, and a bit of the darkness at the bottom. Dark over there, see? Dark over there. This colour here, and under his bushy tail. Big floppy marks there. Let's get some floppy movement marks over there, and a couple of spots of cheekiness. Go. Right, we'll just get a grey kind of colour. There's a bit of ultramarine blue there, and Payne's grey there, and just bottle those down a bit, and just on this side here. Just add A bit too colourful that, we don't want too much colour there. And we'll just add a couple of little marks where his white chest is, his mane, his whiskers, his beard, whatever we choose to call it. I'm sure somebody will tell me what the proper name for it is. You always get one, don't you? Right, now then, that's that bit done. Now let's give him a bit of a ground to stand on. So I'm just going to mop up all the colours I've used. Yeah, splashy, splashy. Let's clean that up as well. There we go. Let's just melt his legs into that there. Blend them into it there. And a little bit of green on there, just a little hint. Just for fun. Let's have a little splash there. And I think we can call that done. We'll just let it dry and we'll zoom back in on it.